Hello, writers! How's everybody doing? I've been reading a lot of your stories and I really enjoyed how many of you just like transformed the beginning of your story thinking about yesterday's lesson and really putting yourself right from the start, putting your perspective and your point of view right in from the very beginning. And I think that's excellent. Your writing's getting better and better. I was thinking about how important it is for in life to set goals. So I've always wanted to exercise and be a runner, and I realized that as I started trying to do it that I couldn't get very far and I needed something to help me. So I got this app on my phone. Sorry, I have an itch on my leg. I got this app on my phone called From Couch to 5K. In this app, it helps me set a goal for each time that I run. So in the beginning, I run for like a minute and then walk for a minute and then run for a minute and walk for a minute. And as I get better, the time that I run is going to be longer compared to the time that I walk. And I realize that that's really important because I can't just go and run and run and run. I need to have like little goals where I'm doing this and I know that I can do this. And then I'm doing this and I know I can do that. And our writing is kind of like that too. Like it's really important for us as writers to realize that we're never going to write the best that we can write in one sitting, right? We need to take stock of the goal, our writing, and what goals we might be able to set for ourselves as we go along. So today, writers, we're going to pause and take stock of our writing by using a checklist and setting goals for ourselves. Just like I'm setting goals in my running using that app, we're going to use a checklist today to set some goals for ourselves and for our own writing, thinking about what it is we need to work on to make better. So I have the story Goosebump, which we read before, and I'm going to read it today, but thinking about how and what this writer might be able to do to sort of even make their writing even stronger. So I'm going to read it, and I want us to think about what is this writer doing well, and what is something that they might be able to work on. Okay, so as I'm reading this, I want us to think of those two things. What is a writer doing well, and what is something that they can work on? I held up my knee-length nightgown. My mom held up my fleece ankle-length PJs. Why should I wear those, I said. I wondered why she wanted me to wear fleece on a warm summer night in Montana. It gets very cold at night, my mom said, with a serious look on. I gave her a look, and she looked right back at me. For a moment, there was silence. Then she let out a long sigh. I could tell that I had won because she was putting away the pajamas, or the PJs. As I slid on my nightgown, I could feel my mom herding me to bed. I stopped and climbed in. I pulled up my light sheets. My mom opened her mouth and said, "Put your wool cover on over you. I'm serious." I gave her a look. She let out a sigh. She hugged me and whispered in my ear, "Good night." I woke up with a tingle. I sat in my bed. I looked at the clock. Only 10 minutes went by. I looked at my arms. They were covered in goosebumps, and so were my legs. It felt like it had dropped 30 degrees. I bent down, grabbed the wool blanket, and pulled it up over me with a sigh of relief. As I got comfy, my mind soared. I thought about the times my mom had been right, like the time I didn't wear rain boots when my mom told me and got cold. The time my mom told me to put on sunblock, and I didn't, and I got a really bad sunburn. But all of my thoughts, I wondered why I acted like that. Why was I cranky or mad? But before I could think, my eyes got heavy and started to close. Before I knew it, everything was black and then gone. So I'm thinking about this writing, and I'm thinking about some of the things that this writer has done very nicely. First thing I'm thinking is that throughout the whole story, throughout the whole story, there perspective is in it. I'm noticing they have I. It's their thoughts, it's their actions, it's their perspective, it's their point of view. So I think that's really good thing that this writer has done. So one thing that I think that we could look at right now is, let's look at this checklist. We're going to just look at one of the pages of the checklist. And I want us to think about, what might we tell this writer that they could try differently, or set a goal to try something different. So let's take a look at the first page of our checklist. And this checklist is in the Google Slides, so that you will be able to use it for yourself when you're setting your own goals. Okay, so let's look at the overall. It says, I wrote a story of an important moment. It read like a story, even though it might be a true account. I think that the writer of Goosebumps definitely did that. I wrote a beginning in which I not only showed what was happening and where, but also gave some clue as to what would later become a problem for the main character. So let's just for a second go back to this lead. I held up my knee-length nightgown. My mom held up my fleece ankle PJs. Okay, so we know that something is happening with pajamas, but do we know? Maybe there's a little bit of a clue about the problem for the main character. Do we know where this writer is and what is happening? Not really. So one thing I'm thinking I might tell this writer is, let's think about how you might be able to, right away from your beginning, set up what's going to happen. Set up where you are. We know who you're with because you're with your mom. We know that it's nighttime because you're about to put on your pajamas, but we don't really have a sense of where you are right away. So I might tell the writer that they could work on that. Do you see how I did that, guys? So I went to the checklist and I looked here at the lead and I thought about what this writer might be able to work on. Okay, so I want us to think about this writer and what else they might be able to work on. So I'm going to look at this next part of this checklist, and you guys are going to help me with this. This one? Oh, I put the same one in. So I want us to think about, how did the writer work on transitions? Right? So let's look at this part right here, just the transition parts. So I use transitional phrases to show passage of time in complicated ways, perhaps by showing things happening at the same time. So maybe, do they use the words like meanwhile or at the same time? Or do they flash back or flash forward? Flashback means like thinking back to a time, and flash forward means thinking ahead. So let's go back and let's see how the writer used transitions. So take a minute to read. I'm going to focus in on this paragraph right here. I woke up with a tingle. I sat up in my bed. I looked at the clock. Only 10 minutes went by. So I want you to reread that paragraph and think about, is the writer using a transition in a good way, or could we give them any suggestion on how they might be able to lift up and set a new goal with thinking about how they transition from one moment to the next? So read this paragraph again. Right here, I woke up with a tingle, and think about what you might tell this writer to do. Okay, great, writers. So I know we talked about the passage of time here, only 10 minutes went by. But let's go back to our checklist for a minute. So are they using transitional phrases in a way like to show this passage of time? They basically, this writer just said only 10 minutes went by. So that's a good transition. That's not bad, right? What else would we be able to tell this writer? We might be able to tell this writer Let's go back to that part. I woke up with a tingle. I sat up on my bed. I looked at the clock. Only 10 minutes went by. Maybe, instead of I looked down at my arms, they were covered in goosebumps. Suddenly, I noticed goosebumps all over my arms and legs, right? So suddenly, so that we know that this time passed and automatically this thing happened to them where they get these goosebumps, right? So I think we might offer them that suggestion there. So today, writers, I want you to think about yourself. And I want you to think about the story that you're going to be working on. And here's what I want you to do today. I want you to first reread Goosebumps and look at a few places in the story where you really liked the writing. And then I want you to use the checklist to see what is it that you like about that writing. What is it, remember, what is it that this writer did that you can do as well, right? And then go over the checklist and see how you might be able to set in your own writing 2 or 3 goals for yourself. So you're going to look back at your story and you're going to say, you know what, I could really vamp up my lead here. I'm going to really do what it says on this checklist, where I'm going to put myself in the situation right away, setting up the problem, setting up the characters. So maybe that's a goal I set for myself. And then when you're reading your draft, you can mark up places in your draft that you're going to be working on. Let's say you have your draft here. You can be marking them up like with this part, like here. And I might write here, I'm going to set up my story with a strong lead. Excuse me. So I'm going to set up my story. So look, notice, let me get this in the camera here. Notice how I'm looking right into my draft, and I'm going to put right away some Post-its on it. If you did your drafts in Google Documents, you could do the same thing by using the highlighter and highlight parts of your text and write off to the side what it is that you want to work on. Or you could write a checklist for yourself on a piece of paper if you did it on your Google document, like I'm going to work on my lead, I'm going to work on my transitions, I'm going to work on my ending. And then think about how you're going to do that. So maybe you want to do something like what they did in Goosebumps. Maybe you read something else that you really liked the way the writer did that. So I want you to set some goals for yourself, because tomorrow you're going to take your story that you've been thinking about and you've been talking about, and you're going to what we call flash draft that story. So please make sure that by the end of today's writing that you have reread Goosebumps and you've reread your story that you want to work on outside of the notebook, and you've set at least 2 or 3 goals that you're going to work on for yourself. Okay, writers, you have the materials in this PowerPoint to go back over. The checklist is there, and Goosebumps is there to help you. If you have any questions with the checklist, just write them down and we will make sure that those questions get answered. All right, writers, can't wait to read your goals. Bye-bye.